Hey guys, welcome back to Coin Knowledge. So today I'm just going to talk about, Carrot, which is obviously one of the top gaming projects that we cover on the channel as far as our conviction level goes in the gaming sector. So if you guys are interested and get value out of content like this, consider subscribing to the channel and liking the videos. If you want to see more content covering the crypto space, your support is much appreciated. So if we get right into it, Carrot here, obviously this is not going to be a full in-depth video on Carrot. There's plenty of videos on this channel explaining Carrot, but I did want to just, touch on the fact of I do believe it's at a pretty good level right now, a level that I didn't see coming so quick, but one that we did talk about, recently, and again, multiple videos and times on this channel. And I let you guys know that there was room and possibility for downward price action like this for Carrot leading up to its first unlock, which is actually coming up here in a couple days, which we'll take a look at later on towards in the video. If we take a look here and go to where Bitcoin has been at, over the 1 month, we can see that, we've seen quite a bit of chop, as far as price action goes over Bitcoin. We've seen Bitcoin start the month just over the last 30 days at like 58, go over, 64, then, come back down to, sub 53, and now we're hovering around 60. So there's definitely been some choppiness. I don't know what's going on there, but there's definitely been some choppiness for Bitcoin here recently. So again, that's why we're seeing a lot of the market kind of react, kind of harsh right now. And more specifically, gaming as a sector hasn't really been a hot sector. Not that there really has been a very hot sector over the 1 month, but boy has gaming not been it. But that is okay, because if you guys are are fans of the channel, been around, you know that I still place gaming as one of the top hot narratives for the cycle, in my opinion. So that's why I'm loading up on projects like Carrot during this this price action across the market that we're seeing. Again, if you're not familiar with what Carrot is, Carrot Protocol, they are touching on the gaming and AI narratives, which, again, alongside gaming, I do expect AI to be one of, if not potentially, the hottest narrative of this upcoming bull cycle. Because again, I say it a lot, we have not seen an altcoin season. Yes, we saw gaming run at the end of 2023. We saw AI run multiple times over the last few years, this year included. We've seen our RWA run earlier this year. But nothing has really truly happened. Not that I think any of us are really prepared for. If you believe in the 4-year cycle, if you believe that there's still an altcoin season ahead of us, if you believe that that is coming and upward price action is coming, then you could believe and stand with the fact that we have not seen anything yet. But coming back on Carrot, before we get into the unlocks, which are happening here soon for the first time, since it's really TGE'd earlier this year, I believe in April, we can take a look. Carrot, they've been out. They've been, at a couple events. I think they were at PAX here recently, showcasing their game, having people actually play it, getting the team out there. And that's what you kind of want in a project, is you want them to get out. You want it to actually be a real team that can actually meet people, doxed, everything like that, which Carrot has always been. There's been no denying that. People seem to like the game. The game's fun. Again, I've told you guys, there's gameplay videos on the channel of Carrot, with My Pet Hooligan. The game's free to play. You can download it on Epic Games right now. They've actually done some tweaks on it since we last, played it and made a video on it on the channel. But My Pet Hooligan, it's a fun game. I like it. And one thing I've always highlighted on My Pet Hooligan, it feels like a game. And it's powered by, the Carrot coin. It feels like a game that is actually made from Disney, from Pixar, which are actually, backers of Carrot and My Pet Hooligan. It feels like a good game. It's quality. It's unique. It's not like a copycat directly from a Web 2 game, which I think is a plus. It's just a fun time. Try it out. Graphically, controls, shooting, music. I like everything about it. So the game obviously is live. They have something here with, Prime Gaming as well. So that's kind of a quick synopsis without going into too much depth. Since, again, we've done that so many times on the channel already, of what Carrot is, of what My Pet Hooligan is. They had a tweet here a little while ago. I don't know if it's this one. Yeah, of like everything that's coming out next, what you can expect. More utility for Carrot. There's actually been talks that Carrot, they're going to make the Carrot coin deflationary in the future, which could be very interesting and could be a really smart move. You've seen other projects do that, make the move to more of a deflationary tokenomics system. So that'd be interesting to see how they integrate that. There's a lot more if you go through their Twitter and find out about that. But either way, the highlight of today's video is, one, the price action. I personally think if you've been waiting for an entry on Carrot, and that's to say if you've been waiting for an entry and you don't necessarily have one, then I do think that Carrot is potentially at a great zone right now. Again, as I always state, nothing I say is financial advice. Just giving you guys my opinion here. But with Carrot, we see that they do have an unlock coming up almost like exactly 1 month from the time of recording this video. It's October 18th. Well, that's not really a lot. I mean, right now, I believe around 8% is currently vested and unlocked right now, which means, coming up is about 18 million Carrot, which is about 4.8, roughly $5 million is coming out. But that's only 1.8% of the supply. Now, if we take a look at where that is actually coming from, you can see a lot of the vesting here has been on a huge 6-month cliff since TGE earlier this year. I think it was like April 18th or something like that of 24. So pretty big. The team and advisors are still on a 1-year cliff, so they're not going to get their tokens till around April of next year of 2025. So that is good. That is something you want to see. The only thing that's happened so far has been the airdrop, which, isn't that bad. They're still untracked. I do think Carrot actually does have about 10 to 12% out. Personally, if I recall that right, we can take a look here. I don't know why my computer keeps doing that, but yeah, so it has about 12% out. I do think that's more accurate because there is a good chunk that's untracked on CryptoRank. So I think it's about, we'll just call it around 10 to 12% currently right now. But if we take a look at where the unlock is coming from, so it is going to be early contributors. So again, that is coming. So it is early investors that is coming, and some of it is from development. So not too bad, but a majority is from the early investors. Now, we don't know exactly, according to CryptoRank, just the price they got in at. I think it was obviously a lot lower than these prices. But, again, if you look at the IEO that happened, maybe not that much lower. I mean, 75 cents for the IEO, and that's on Gate.io. So not too bad, but again, who knows when the actual big investors got into this. I would imagine if it's lower than this, it's not too much lower, but even then, I don't think they got in much lower. If you know that number, let me know exactly. It's been a while since I've looked into it exactly, just because, full transparency with you guys, I'm not overly worried about these unlocks. Yes, we're seeing the price tank, but it would be one thing if we saw Carrot doing what it is right now, going down in price, and the rest of the gaming market was going up, but that's not the case. All gaming yes, there's some outliers. Yes, it's not black and white, but a majority of the gaming projects and gaming sector charts look like this, if not worse. Especially if you go over the 1 year, and it's still a new token. This chart doesn't look that bad when you compare it to other projects that are down already like 90% from TGE earlier this year, and they still have a terrible vesting schedule because yes. Whereas the early contributors are going to be getting, that they're the ones that are going to be getting their unlocks, between now and whenever the team starts getting theirs. Again, there is a huge portion that isn't tracked on CryptoRank, so that is something to make note of. There's other websites you can look at too that we've looked at in the past, but I just want to make today's video a little bit quicker. Just give you a quick summary. If we look towards the end of next year, 2025, 30% to be unlocked. If about 10 to 12% out right now. That's not that much. It's like a 3x. 2 to 3x in dilution between now and the end of 2023 or 2025. Not a whole lot, especially for what they're building, the quality of the project, the team. They constantly put out more updates, go to events. Again, they're touching on gaming and AI. You guys know this if you've been around the channel and been paying attention to Carrot. We've talked about it all bear market with My Pet Hooligan. It's a working product. Again, guys, you have to look at other gaming projects that have TGE, made their token launch earlier in the cycle, earlier this year, even last year, and some of them don't have a product. It's just hype and a nice, sometimes not even nice, but just an okay website, no docs team, and they have a 10 to 15x dilution we've seen on some of these altcoins between now and the end of 2025. So when I look at Carrot at a $30 million market cap circulating, with about a 2.5 to 3x dilution, and that's without them going deflationary, which again, the team has been open about probably moving Carrot to a deflationary point. I believe we pointed it out in a previous video when they had tweeted about that and put it out there. You can find it if you go back through the videos here on Carrot on the channel. But, to me, this seems like an asymmetric bet. Again, not financial advice, but how I look at something like this, just as an example, is, if you got a position that says just throwing a number, if you put $100 in today, where do you think carrot could go? I mean, yeah, it could take maybe, and this is aggressive, and I don't think this will happen, but it could go, let's just say worst case, it goes 50% down to a $15 million market cap, and now you're down 50%. Or, and I'm not saying this is going to happen either, carrot could go, to a $300 million market cap before the end of next year, well before it, if gaming runs, which I believe we will see a gaming run personally well before the end of next year, then that's a 10x. So you can either get a 1,000% gain or a 50% loss. That's what we would call an asymmetric bet, where it's worth the risk, in my opinion. And again, I've been very open about that with you guys. I've DCA'd carrot. Our average price here is around 45 to 50 cents. But I've been DCAing, just letting you guys know, full transparency. We've been DCAing here, recently, over the last couple months for carrot. It's one that I'm holding long term. It's one of my more higher conviction level plays in the crypto gaming sector. Because again, touching on gaming, AI, they have massive partnerships, massive backers, good quality working product. They're planning on moving to deflationary, but it's crypto. Don't believe it until it happens and you see it. But the team gets out there. So again, not a whole lot more than I can say about carrot that I've already pretty much beat to death on this channel. But I just want to let you guys know that yes, carrot, the unlocks are coming. They're going to be happening, I believe, the 18th of every month. Now, they're not harsh unlocks. They really aren't. If you take a look at it, it's a couple percent of the supply every time. And it's just, again, there's some untracked on CryptoRank. But you can get an idea that, yes, a lot of it is early contributors, early investors, and development. And then the team will be starting to get theirs around April of next year. But again, this is not something that worries me personally for the long term, because I am here for carrot for the long haul. Now, that might prove to be not a wise decision, although that is not how I personally feel. You do you. If you guys have other projects that you feel are going to outperform this, or ones that are just, crazy projects that, maybe I'm missing out on, comment them below. Let's do some research into them. I appreciate the feedback. Let me know your stance on carrot. Do you think we can see that? Do you think we're going to see a 20 to 15 cent carrot? Do you think this could potentially be close to a bottom for carrot? Or do you think that carrot is not going back to its previous all-time highs of about, I think, $1.28, $1.27, and this is it? Again, keep in mind that at the time of recording this video, the all-time low was put in a day ago, so this chart still has room to go down. Let it find a bottom, let it consolidate. This is not a video telling you to ape in at all right now. Just letting you know, if you do not have a position on carrot specifically and been wanting one or waiting for one, now might not be a bad time for what they're building. I do think carrot's undervalued. We'll see how this video and every other carrot video has aged by the end of this cycle. I'm curious. That's the beauty of this channel, is that we're going to take a look back through all of our projects by the end of this cycle and see how we made out. That's just the nature of the game. Let me know in the comments, guys. And as always, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, I do have the Patreon linked below, completely optional, or the Discord. You can get in there and talk to a couple people in there. Otherwise, if you guys got value out of today's video, or if you made any money or gains, I should say, through the channel at all, if you caught any of the wave with us, or again, if it's helped you at all, consider subscribing to the channel, liking the videos, commenting, hitting the notification bell, and sharing the videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, see you guys.